that maybe, I want you to reflect on last week. What are some of those things last week that I'm not going to bring into this new week? What are some of those things last week that you're maybe holding on to? I think so many times we're looking to press towards our goal, but we find ourselves so future focused that we forget the power of the now. And that's what I want to focus on today, Holden, that the power of the now. See, I think it's so simple. Like, we have our goals, we have our dreams, we have those things we're looking to achieve this year, but we find ourselves so future focused that we miss the opportunities that are right in front of us. And today I want you, Gabriel, to remember this as an opportunity that today is your opportunity. Today is the opportunity. Today is the thing that we've been working towards. See, this moment is the gift. This moment is the thing that we cherish. So don't find yourself future focused, but be focused on the now. Be focused knowing that your next level is today. Your next level is here now. But the best part is that it starts with you. I need you to understand that it starts with you. Your goals, your dreams, those things you're looking to achieve today, start with you. Start with you taking action. Start with you taking that ownership. But most importantly, start with you taking control. And I think that's the most powerful thing that we can do in our lives is take control of our destinies again. Take control of our goals again. Rima, take control of your year again. I want you to hear that today. And it's time to start taking control. Time to start taking some ownership. Step into your power again, realizing that you're more stronger than you think. You're more powerful than you think. And most importantly, that the world is better with you in it. I need you to hear that today, because if you haven't heard that today, that's the truth. That you're stronger than you think, you're more powerful than you think, and that the world is better with you in it. And today can be that day that things change. And maybe you found yourself in a season where you thought that this is as good as it's going to get. Today, I want this to be your reminder that it gets better. It gets better. Why, Gabriel? Because you get it. It gets better. Why? Because you keep showing up. It gets better. Why? Because you made that decision. I think many times we're finding ourselves stuck in places we weren't meant to stay stuck. We find ourselves really stuck because of fear. We find ourselves stuck because of doubt. We find ourselves stuck because of unbelief. But today, I want to be your reminder that you can step into something greater. You can step into something more powerful because you can do it. I want you to hear that today. Because maybe you didn't think you could get there because you didn't believe. Maybe you let fear and doubt hold you back. But today it's time to let this be your reminder that this is the beginning of something great. That this of stepping into your destiny, stepping into your purpose way, but most importantly, stepping towards your goals again. And I want to give you guys a framework today because I believe that, hey, if we're looking to make things change, we have to change. And we're going to change here today with some intention. Let's start off with some intention. We're going to start off with some intention today. I'm super excited on this Sunday. On this Sunday, setting your intention. I believe intention is what gets you to your next level. And I want to give you guys a framework today. And our framework is going to be goal. I mean, I want you to hear this today, that even at this part of the year, your goals aren't over yet. I need you to hear that today because maybe you find yourself at this point of the year, our framework is goal. We're going to talk about goal today, the goal. And when it comes to Alexander, when it comes to your goals, how do you feel so far in this year? How do you feel when it comes to your goals? How do you feel when it comes to your dreams? How do you feel when it comes to those things you're looking to achieve this year? Because that's up to you. Maybe you find yourself stuck. Maybe you find yourself afraid. But today, let this be your reminder that this year isn't over. That this day is a gift. And that you can keep going forward if you're willing to grow. I need you to hear this today. That you can keep going forward if you're willing to grow. If you're willing to believe. But most importantly, if you're willing to keep showing up. I think it's so simple to find ourselves in challenging seasons and giving up. But today, I want this to be your reminder that you're more stronger than you think. You're more powerful than you think, and the world is better with you. Isn't that a powerful statement? What as you step into this new week full of limitless opportunities with that mindset? That mindset that world is better. Mindset to step week with. Imagine that. When things don't go, you already have that set as your default, that the world is better with me in it. So challenges, the setbacks, the doubts, I can keep showing up, realizing that change starts with me. I need you here today. Change starts with you. And maybe you've been giving that away. You've been giving that power away. You've been giving your purpose away. What's up, Brody? How's it going, friend? Hey, Steve. Need to say hi. Welcome to the chat. Glad you're here. So glad you're here. Najib. Hey, what's up? Hey, I know it's been a long time, man. I had to get back on. I had to start again. I'm sorry it's been too long. But I can't see my chat over here, so I guess gotta go over there. Well, hey, Najib said hi. Thank you so much, Najib. Thank you for saying hi, friend. Tanner, what's up, friend? How's it going? Hope you have an amazing Sunday so far. Thank you for sharing the live, Brody. I appreciate you, friend. Hope you have an amazing start to your day. Hope you have an amazing weekend. Well, what's up, Tanner? How's it going, friend? Hope you have an amazing start to your Sunday. But I hope you guys are moving that needle forward, realizing that the power starts with you. I need you to hear this today, that the power starts with you. And today we're going to talk about your goals. We're going to talk about goals, friend. Goals. Because maybe you find yourself at this point of the year and you have a goal and you feel like your goal is farther than ever before. Because I want you to know that you're not alone. If you feel like you're stepping into this year, feel like your goal is farther than you're alone, I want to give you 3 key strategies to not only making your goal a reality, but having fun along the way. And I want to say, when it comes to our goal, G stands for G. Yeah. I think many times, we set a goal, right? And what are we looking to celebrate when it comes to our goals? When it comes to our dreams, the first thing we're looking to celebrate, right? The first thing we're looking to celebrate is when the goal is accomplished. But today I want this to be your reminder when it comes to your goals, the time to celebrate is now. And I think this is where we get all things backwards. See, we're trying to achieve big things in our life. We're trying to move that needle forward in our lives, but we're trying to achieve our goal, right? We're not thankful to the process. See, I believe that gratitude is the attitude that gets you to the level today. And I believe that when you're thankful, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for tapping us. Appreciate you guys being here. But yes, when it comes to your goals and your dreams, gratitude is what gets you to your next level. So if you find yourself in this year, say that I'm gonna be thankful when everything is going my way, because I've been the same way. I'm gonna say I'm gonna be thankful when things are going my way. I'm gonna say I'm thankful when I'm on track. I'm gonna say I'm thankful when I have the right job, I have the right money, I have the right money, I have the right relationship. But I want you to understand that gratitude works a different way. Gratitude is being thankful through the hard times, thankful through the challenges, thankful through the doubt. That's how you get to the level. See, maybe you found yourself saying, I'll be thankful when things are going my way. We can't believe that when we're thankful now that we'll be thankful for that next level. You maybe heard it, be thankful for what you have. How can you say it? It's really gratitude that gets us to our next level today. And maybe you found yourself this year feeling stuck, feeling alone, feeling afraid, feeling like you can't get to your next level. I want you to just reminder that your next level is on the other side of the gratitude that you show now. And I hope it's a powerful thing that the power to be grateful starts with me right now. I can be grateful for where I'm at with what I got, where I'm at right now. I think that's a powerful moment to be at, because gratitude is the attitude that gets us to our next level. I want you to hear that today. That it's time to be thankful for the process, thankful for the hard times, but most importantly, thankful that you have the goal. Hey, wise Peter, glad you're here. Thankful again. I need to hear that today, friends. Thankful for the goal, realizing that, hey, this can be the day that things change. If you're willing to change. But most importantly, you can be thankful through the process. Hey, baseball, glad to hear your friend. Let me share this in, Brody. I realize you're here. Hey, what's up, Brody? How's it going, man? Glad you're here, Brody. Hey, I got my friend Brody in here. If you guys are jumping on in here, make sure you're following my mod, Brody. Oh, name Heckler, welcome live. I know it's been a while, too long. How's it going, friend? Anything new? Oh, dang, already? Snap, man. Well, glad you're back in. How does it feel? When did you start? Good. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. Got the crew back together. Good, man. Well, heck yeah. All right, we're gonna go to O. O stands for opportunities. Yeah, like I think many times when we set our goals, we become so future focused. We become so future focused when it comes to our goals, so future focused that we miss the opportunities in front of us. I need you to hear that today. Because maybe when it comes to your goals and your dreams, you found yourself missing the opportunities. Why? Because we're so future focused, or we're so past focused that we're holding ourselves back. But today, it's time to step forward into those new opportunities, realizing the gift is now. We can hope, wish, and dream for the future, but the future isn't guaranteed. The only thing that's guaranteed is now. And I hope that excites you because that's the only thing that you can control. Only thing that we can control is the now. Is this moment, William? Is this moment that baseball? Brody, this is the only one we can control. And when we step into that power wise, that the only thing we control is the now, I believe it releases the pressure. Maybe you're holding on to the past failures, the past setbacks, the past mistakes. It's saying that this is as good as it's going to get. But I need just to be a reminder that you don't miss the opportunities. Because the opportunities are in the now. We're not looking to the future. We're not looking into the past. The opportunities are right in front of us. And if you're looking not to miss those opportunities, it's time to look now. Now in the present. Realize that is where the change lies. Now streaming looking at level. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now to stream. Oh, that's pretty cool. I can add that to my chat. All right, cool. But yes, friends, stepping into that power. Now we're going to go to A because I believe A is the most important part of our framework today. Where's my letter at? Where's my freaking marker? Hold on, marker fail. I don't know where I left my marker. Oh, put it over here. What up, man? What up? I appreciate y'all being here. But yes. Nuts. What's up, friend? I'm back. Whoa. What's up, EG Optimist? How's it going, friend? But yes, I want to talk about your goals. When we're talking about our goals, we're talking about making our goals a reality. I'm going to give you 4 key strategies of having gratitude through the process. But now that we realize that we need some gratitude through the process, we realize the opportunity that's in front of us. See, like I was talking about, we find something we haven't seen you forever. I know, man. It's been a while. But we're back. What's up? But I realized that the true opportunity to move that needle forward is right in front of us. See, I'm guilty too. I get so future focused that I'm hoping, wishing, dreaming that things get better. I'm wishing that that I don't want to miss the opportunities. But we miss it. The opportunities are right in front of us. How many of us have missed the opportunities right in front of us? You heard that saying, if it was a snake, it would have bit you. And that's how those opportunities get when we get so future focused. But when it comes to your goal, the only thing you control is the now. I want you to hear that today. But now, the opportunities in front of us. But I think the most important part when it comes to your goals are next to our framework. The most important key to our framework here, friends, is action. You hear this today because many of us are wanting to achieve our goals this year. We're stepping into maybe like say I already have a I know I'm ready to achieve my goal. I know I got the gratitude. I realize the opportunities that are in front of me. But now it's time to take some action. It's time to take some action. I want you to hear this today. It's time to start taking some action, especially at this point of the year. You find yourself looking to make this the year where things change for you. It's time to start taking. I need you to hear that today. Because if you're looking for things to change, you're gonna have to take some action. See, maybe you find yourself at this point of the year, like at the beginning of the year. What are we taught to do? We're taught to plan. What are your goals? We write our goals down. We put such an emphasis on planning, hoping, wishing, dreaming at the beginning of this year. Have you had planned action? Decisive, intentional action is what you really need to change your life. And I need you to hear that today. Because maybe you find yourself feeling stuck in fear, stuck in doubt, stuck in unbelief. But I want you to hear this. If you're looking for things to change, if you're looking to move that needle forward, if you're looking to make this the year, I'm going to start taking some action. But most importantly, take ownership. Ownership, knowing that I can be thankful now for the process. Ownership, knowing that the opportunity, knowing that action is the only way to make things change. I think that's the most important denominator, not because when we start to do that, when we start to step in that power alley, we become unstoppable. And now we're going to go to our last key to our framework here, which I would say is the most powerful one. When it comes to your goal, I believe we have to find the love. I need you to hear. We need to find the love when it comes to our goals and our dreams and making this year where things change. We can have that gratitude. We can start to understand the opportunities that are in front of us. We have to take action, but I mean, if we want to make this a year where things change, Emma, we have to find the love again, the love for our goal, the love through the challenges, the love through the hard times. Because one of my favorite books is Love is Patient, Love is Kind, Love keeps no record of wrongdoing. And I want you to hear this today. When it comes to your goals, when it comes to your dreams and the things you're looking to achieve, have you been patient? Have you been patient with yourself? Have you been patient with your goals? Have you been patient, Luca, with your dreams? Have you been patiently waiting? What's up, Luca? Have you been waiting with anticipation? Have you been waiting with a belief? Have you been waiting knowing that things can get better? I love that. Love don't keep us alive. Yes. But love gives us the quality of life. I think that's what it really is. Love matters. Luca, thank you for liking the live. All right, 2K. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. I want you to hear that today. Can we find the love through the process? Love through the hard times? Love through the death? See, I want to hear this, Ariel, because I think this is the most important thing. Hey, Ariel, thank you so much for the roses. Look in the chat for Ariel dropping some roses in here. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you, Ariel. You were so 11 roses, Ariel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Because that's what we need. We need the love here, friends. We need the love. Thank you so much, Ariel. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Jeff. I got to be your 64th follower. You're awesome. I need you to hear that today. We need to find the love again. We need to be more patient with ourselves and others. I need you to hear that. Hey, thank you so much, Ariel, for the follow. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. I want you to hear that today. It's time to show yourself that same love. Show yourself that patience, that kindness, that record of wrongdoing. How many of us are holding on to our past and expecting to go into the future? I gotta say, I'm guilty there. I've been holding on to my past for a very long time. But it wasn't until I realized that my past was holding me in the past. I need you to hear that today. See, many of us are looking to move forward, holding on to the past, and wondering we're not going anywhere. I want to share this analogy with you. When you hold on to your past, it's like you dropping an anchor in a ship. See, when we hold on to our past, save the past. And many of us are looking to a brighter future, hoping, dreaming, even working towards it. We find ourselves stuck in fear, stuck in unbelief, but stuck thinking that things can't get any better. But today I want this to be a reminder, Luca. This year things can change. If you're willing to remember the goal, remember that gratitude is the attitude to get us there. Remembering the opportunities in front of us. Remembering that action is the only way for things to change. Most importantly, finding the love through the process. Love conquers all things. Even though my friend the optimist says, he says, love doesn't keep us alive. But obviously, I say, what is love without love, right? What is a life without love? What is a life without joy? What is a life? What is a life without the goal, the action, the opportunities, and the gratitude process? See, that's what we can have control of. How would you step into that power again? Are you living your life with Jesus' word in your heart? Yes, Calvin. And hobbies? Calvin and hobbies? Yes, yes. I had that same Calvin. Thank you for asking that question. Yes, that's a great question. What is a life without Jesus? What is a life without Jesus? That's a great question. Because I believe, Calvin, that's the same thing as saying, what is a life without love? Because, I believe God is love, right? And without love, what is life? What is life without love? What is life without the goal? What is life without a mission? What is life without purpose? And that's the gift we've all been given. That's the choice we all get to make. Thank you for sharing that, Calvin. I appreciate you. Well, Luca, thank you so much for being here. Having this 3K likes. Let's freaking go. Cole Little, welcome live. Glad you're here. We're talking about making our goals a reality. But our goal framework says we need to have gratitude now. We need to understand the opportunities that are right in front of us. We need to understand that action is the only way to change things. And most importantly, we need to find the love through the process. And how do we find that? How do we find that, Calvin? E.g. Optimist. How do we find our goals? How do we find our purpose? And I believe most importantly, it's through action. Amen. Jesus has a mission and a plan for all of us. Yes, Calvin. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. He says Jesus has a mission and a plan for all of us. That's so true. I think that's the greatest gift that we've been given. We all have a plan and a purpose in our lives. That is our mission on earth. Yeah, we find it in the Bible. That's so true. That's easy. Yeah, that's the roadmap. We have a roadmap. We can find that in the Bible. Thank you for sharing that, Calvin. I appreciate it. And that's true. If you're looking for that roadmap, it's already written down in the Bible for you. The guide. We find it by reading it through the word and prayer. Yes, Calvin, that's so true. By reading the word and prayer, right? That's where we find it. That's the map. That's the map. It's in the book. The map is already there. But having that process, remembering that goal, gratitude, opportunities, action, and love. See, if you find yourself at this point of the year hoping, wishing things would change, I need you to understand that it's not too late. I need you to understand that the power is now, not in your future, not in your past. The power is now, Tom. The power to change your life, you have it already with you right now. So you just have to tap into it. You have to follow that map. But most importantly, you have to believe. I need to do that again because maybe you let fear, doubt hold you back. But today it's time to step into your power, step into your purpose, but step forward knowing that this year isn't over and that the gift is this day. Isn't that a powerful thing? That the gift is this day, not this week, not this month, but the day. See, we can't control the future and we can't change the past. And all the power we have is now, in this moment, to make things better. And I think when you step into that, realize that the real gift is this moment, that's when things start to change. See, the only thing we can control is now. We can't control our future and we can't change our past. And I hope it inspires you today because you find yourself there, holding on to the past, holding on to your past failures, your past doubts, your past fears. But I hope this inspires you today that your past doesn't dictate your future. But most importantly, your past has no power in your now. I need you to hear that today. That your past has no power in your now. And if you're willing to step into each day with that power, knowing that, that's where things start to change. I think it's so simple to look at. We get so fixated on our past accomplishments that we miss the opportunities that are right in front of us. But today, I want this to be your reminder that your past doesn't dictate your future. Most importantly, that your future doesn't dictate your past. You can step forward. Hey, thank you, follow God before. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Good seeing you. Glad you're here. We're talking about stepping into our power. Hey, thank you, Calvin Hobbes. He said Jesus forgave us from the cross next to him just for his faith. God's grace is so deep. You're never ending. You're never too far gone. You're not too far broken to be born in Jesus. Thank you so much for sharing that, Calvin Hobbes. I'm going to make sure I pin that so people get that opportunity to read that. Yo, follow God before I see you. Like, how's it going, friend? Happy Sunday to you. We're just talking about the goal today, but thank you for sharing that, Calvin Hobbes. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you sharing that. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that. I want to read that again for anybody that didn't see that. My friend, he said, Jesus forgave us through on the cross. Next to him, yes, for his faith, God's grace and forgiveness is so deep. It never ending. You're never too far gone, too far broken to be reborn in Jesus Christ. Man, isn't that powerful? What's up? What's up? That's a powerful statement. Thank you so much for sharing that, Calvin Hobbes. I appreciate you doing that, man. That is awesome. I think it's a message we all need to hear. We all need to hear that. We all need to hear that. So, like right there, kind of let go of the fears, let go of the doubts, but most importantly, let go of knowing that you're enough, knowing that you matter, but knowing that the world is better with you. And maybe you found yourself even questioning that, questioning your worth. Realize that the price that was paid for you. I need you to hear today. That's a powerful thing. The price that was paid for you. But most importantly, remembering the goal again. I want you to enter this week remembering the goal. See, on Sunday, some of you might be in the future, maybe it's already in a Monday. But for me, it's Sunday. And I believe Sunday is the most important day because this sets the tone for your week. And what did you step into this week? Remembering the goal again. Remembering the goal with gratitude. Remembering the goal knowing the opportunities are already right in front of you. Remembering that action is the only way to make things happen. But most importantly, remembering that love conquers everything. I need you to understand that today. Because maybe you stopped. You stopped. You stopped believing in your power. You stopped believing in your purpose. Or maybe you let fear win. But I need to understand this that today is a new day. And at the moment is this moment is the gift. And it's not too late. It's not too late, Alexander. It's not too late. It's not too late to make this the year where things change. It's not too late to step into this week with that power, with that purpose, with that knowing that this is your time to shine. And, I'm a big sports fan, and football, they put a big high emphasis every time in our football games. When it was the fourth quarter, regardless if we were winning the game or losing the game, we held up those fingers and we said 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. If you're a football fan, you know what I mean. And the reason we say that is because it marks the end quarter. We're almost in the fourth quarter this year. And when you enter this fourth quarter of the year, there's a question you're going to have to ask, Gio. Am I willing to do the work? When times get tough, am I willing to keep pushing forward? If times get tough, am I willing to keep believing? If times get tough, am I made for it? Have I put in the work? Because see, there comes a point in this year where you're going to be tested. And maybe you're in that season already. But I need you to understand it's time to do the work. When things get tough, that's when it's time to do the work. That's when it's time to keep showing up. That's when it's time to keep holding on to the goal with gratitude. Right? Realizing the opportunity is in that moment. See, many of us are looking for change and looking for things to get better. But when the challenge comes, when the wind blows, when things don't go our way, we want to quit. But I want this to be your reminder today that the real growth happens in the challenges. I need you to hear this today because maybe you can talk to run from the challenges. Maybe when challenges come, you say this isn't meant for me. But today needs to be your reminder that when the challenges come, I need you to hear that. I hope it excites you that When you're in a tough season, that means you're in the game. That means you're in the game. You're right where you need to be. Change happens there. The change happens when you're in the game. Change happens when you keep showing up. Change happens when you believe. And I hope this is that moment where you believe in your power, you believe in your purpose. And most importantly, moment where you believe that the world is better with you in it. Because it is. It is. The world is better with you in it, just as you are. So let's make this that week where things change. Let's make this that week you step into your power. Let's make this that week where you remember the world is better with you. So I'm super thankful for you guys. I'm here every single day with some live motivation and inspiration. I would love to be that person in your corner, dog. That person in your corner that cheers you on. That person in that corner that encourages you. That person in your corner that lets you reminder that reminds you that you're enough. A reminder you that you matter. But most importantly, remind you that the world is better with you. Let's make this that week. We move that needle forward. And most importantly, the week where things change. Take care, friends.